Good afternoon. I'm Anupa Iyer, an attorney in the office of EEOC Commissioner Kai Feldblum.
And I am Joy Levin Whalen, a trial attorney in the Disability Rights section of the Civil Rights Division here at the Department of Justice.
We are both people with disabilities who were young children when the ADA was enacted. We are part of what's called the ADA generation.
We are both profoundly grateful for the lives that we have been able to live because of the ADA. Because of the ADA, I had the opportunity to go to school with my peers, live independently in a home that I own, graduate from college and law school with honors, and take public transportation to a job.
And because of the ADA, I am not in an institution. I own a home, I am a lawyer, and I have a good job. My psychiatric disability doesn't hold me back. The ADA empowers me to live the life of my dreams.
We are here today to honor and remember many of the individuals who helped to make the ADA a reality. Without their work, Anupa and I, and so many other young people with disabilities, would not have been able to succeed and thrive.
We ask that you please hold your applause until the end of the presentation. This is very important so that we can give each individual the recognition and respect they deserve.
Senator James Jeffords.
Senator Edward M. Kennedy.
Senator Paul Simon.
Congressman Silvio Conti.
Congressman Hamilton Fish.
Congressman Major Owens.
Mike Allberger.
Patsy Barrett.
Elmer Bartels.
Drew Batavia.
Jim Bennett.
Dr. Henry Betts.
Wade Blank.
Elizabeth Boggs.
Frank Bowe.
James Brady.
Don Brandon.
Judy Chamberlain.
Beverly Chapman.
Kitty Cohn.
Tim Cook.
Bobby Coward.
Deborah Cunningham.
Susan Daniels.
Justin Dart.
Kaite Davidson.
Elliot Dober.
Rick Douglas.
Fred Fay,
Pat Figueroa,
Eunice Fiorito,
Ken Franklin,
Colleen Frazier,
Hugh Gallagher,
Don Galloway,
Michael Graves,
Vicki Harris,
Jerry Hassel,
Paul Hearn,
Chester Helms,
Abraham Jaffe,
Harold Jenkins,
Dr. Kenneth Jernigan,
Barbara Judy,
Evan Kemp,
Carlton Lee,
Diane Lipton,
Paul Longmore,
John Lopez,
Ron Mace,
Grant Mack,
Gordon Mansfield,
Douglas Martin,
Belinda Mason,
Durward McDaniel,
Paul S. Miller,
Bonnie Milstein,
Sharon Missler,
Terry Moakley,
Howard Moses,
Arthur Pepin,
Dan Piper,
Alan Reich,
Ed Roberts,
Virginia Roberts,
Larry Robinson,
Jay Rocklin,
Helen Roth,
Richard Shepard,
Mark Smith,
Steve Smith,
Dennis Smurr,
Harold Snyder,
Dr. William Spencer,
Max Starkloff.
Roland Sykes.
Bill Taylor.
Jim Tusher.
Dr. Sylvia Walker.
Reverend Harold Wilkie.
Michael Winter.
Phyllis Zlotnick.
Irving Zola.
Beth Anderson.
Polly Arango.
Sandra Beasley.
David Bodenstein.
Edith Harris.
Bill Mitchell.
Carl Odhner.
Phyllis Rubinfeld.
Sigi Shapiro.
Bill Tainter.
Shelley Teed-Wargo.
Ray Zanella.
The audience rises.
There's a lot of people there that made tremendous contributions. Finally, Bob Williams, as many of you know, is, in his words, something of a Washington antiquity. I won't even comment about the bow tie. He came to Washington in the late 1970s to attend George Washington University, and he never left the area. He's worked for Senator Lowell Weicker. He helped create community living supports for those once consigned to the Forest Haven institution, worked on passage of the ADA, served in the Clinton administration, and is now with the Social Security Administration. Bob is also a poet, and he's here to do a first reading of his poem, Doing Justice.
Bob has wheeled on using his wheelchair.
I want to just thank Liz Savage for asking me to write the following piece. Well, actually, because we are here at the Department of Justice, let me not perjure myself. Because, as anyone that knows Liz will tell you, she never quite asks for you to do anything. Instead, her standard line is, you are going to do such and such, right? And typically, that is the end of the conversation. Which is all the more reason why it is a privilege to be reading this poem for the first time here before so many of you I have come to know as friends and colleagues over the last quarter century or more. I call it Reflections on ADA25, Doing Justice. Equal justice is never gained by dead levers on parchment, half promises, lofty goals, or arcane procedures.
En política, la
Equal justice is done by you and I, we the people.
The living and the dead, the remembered and the forgotten, and most of all, the invisible hearts, minds, and souls we can never know. On the battlefield, the day room of the living hell, in a job no one else will do.
Enduring injustice, silent, out of sight, out of mind, until someone says, enough is enough.
Out in the streets, in the urine-soaked sheets, in legal briefs, congressional hearings, in the Oratown landmine, and in page after page of diary entries, crawling up the marble steps of the Capitol, petitioning, protesting, and questioning, always questioning, flying in the face of long-established dictum, jurisprudence, and so-called science, serving up notice inequality abroad in our land must end.
Immigrants to freedom, all. We shatter the silence, discrimination, hate, violence, and indifference required to corrode.
Demanding equal justice under law, laying bare the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Disability is not a badge of inferiority or license to be regarded as less than, that rather, like all the supposed fault lines of age, creed, gender, ethnicity, race, sexual orientation, it is a piece of our shared and sacred humanity. With the laws, all the gates, we press forward, for equality of opportunity is not faded, and justice is not fixed. They must be hard won. Read again and again.
Again and again. Thank you and I will be.
Again and again, by you and I, we the people.
Creating the American dream anew.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, thank you so much. That was so absolutely beautiful and such a phenomenal way for us to end our celebration of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the 25th anniversary. To those here in the Great Hall and to all of you joining us by live stream across the country, thank you for being a part of this remarkable event. And for folks here, please wait to be escorted to the exits and don't forget to return your security badges. Thank you all again. enjoy the rest of the ADA 25th festivities over the next several days. Thank you.